What does home mean to Council on Aging? Home is more than a fundamental part of our mission. It's what makes COA a great place to work, and it's what helps to attract the talented, diverse, and dedicated staff who work together every day to make a difference. But what does it mean? Home means health. At COA, we value the health and happiness of our employees, and we believe in the importance of maintaining a healthy work-life balance. That's why we offer flexible schedules, competitive pay, and comprehensive benefits such as medical and life insurance, flexible spending accounts, generous PTO and holiday schedules, and company and employee-funded retirement options.
Flex scheduling and all of the other great benefits offered by the Council on Aging make it easier for me to maintain a good work-life balance.
Home means opportunity. Opportunities to learn, to earn, and to advance are important to any employee. At COA, we offer internal programs for advancement, for professional development, for gaining CEU credits, and earning additional income. These programs include a manager and training program, opportunities such as team educators and team quality representatives, comprehensive training, in-house and outside opportunities for earning CEUs, and added income through an additional assignment program.
The MIT program helps me develop as a leader and contribute my skills to our mission.
Home means mission. A job well done feels better when you make a difference in others' lives. Every role at COA is important to helping us provide care and service to allow others to remain independent in their homes. It's work that provides a sense of fulfillment as an intangible reward. The importance of our mission is a big reason why we give our employees the tools and training they need, and why we continue to develop innovative ways to help the people that we serve. Innovations that often come directly from members of our staff.
Sometimes a quiet thank you or a gentle smile from a client means so much. It's hard to have a bad day when you walk away feeling like you have just improved somebody else's.
Home means engagement. We strive to recruit qualified employees from diverse backgrounds who share a passion for our mission and value teamwork and camaraderie. We engage our employees through self-directed teams, a chance to work with colleagues who share our passion, direct access to senior leadership, a positive work environment with friendly faces and clean, bright, and comfortable facilities, an organization-wide respect for diversity and individual talents and ideas.
I enjoy working with a friendly group of people, not only those on my team, but everybody I work with on a daily basis.
Health, opportunity, mission, engagement. Whatever home means specifically to you, the message remains the same.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Welcome home to COA.
all the difference in the world, you know, knowing you get in your own place. After being through the struggle I went through for the past year, you know, in and out of hospitals and then the nursing home for about 8 months there, it was just hard to explain. I mean, it's just overwhelming kind of, you know.
With nowhere to go and no family to help him, Odell was afraid he would spend the rest of his life in a nursing home. He and his roommate, James, used to talk about it a lot. They had become good friends, even cared for each other like brothers. Two men without families, without homes, without prospects. A social worker at the nursing home told them about a program called Home Choice. Over the past 7 years in Ohio, Home Choice has helped nearly 6,800 people move from nursing homes back into the community. People who had remained in nursing homes for months, years, even decades, because they had no place else to go. In fact, James had left a nursing home once before via Home Choice, but unable to live on his own, he returned when his wife died. He wasn't eligible for a second time, but Odell was. The nursing home contacted Council on Aging, and one of our community transitions coordinators met with Odell, completed an assessment, and put the transitions process into motion.
Home Choice is a complex program and calls for a lot of coordination. Think of everything that has to be reestablished for somebody who's been in an institution for a long time. Housing, furnishings, bank account, whatever income they have that's been going to the nursing home. Our Home Choice partners like Easter Seal help our clients with that part. We help set up in-home services for people who are eligible for waiver services.
As things began to fall into place, it looked like Odell was on his way home at last. But not without James. There was no way he would leave James behind, so the two packed up their few belongings, said their goodbyes at the nursing home, and moved into an apartment that Easter Seals had found for them.
He was eager, you know, to do it when I talked to him. He was ready. He was ready to go that day. But yeah, and I think it's going to work out better for both of us that way.
They now share in living expenses and help take care of each other. Life at the nursing home was okay, but Odell didn't care for all the rules. Now, because of what we do at Council on Aging, James and Odell and so many others have the choice to live in the community, in their homes, and by their own rules.
I didn't know how to feel. It just felt good.
Florence, I heard what do people call you around here?
Well,
Feisty Flo? What do they call you?
Feisty Flo.
Why do they call you that?
Well, because I'm so interested in everything, and I try to keep myself knowledgeable so that I'll be able to talk with them. And they love to dance if we have to get together. We just have fun together. And from the minute they come into my door, I anticipate them coming in, and I wait for them to come. And when they leave, I say, okay, but there's a little tear in my eye, but I love my family. I love the fact that they come to see me every Wednesday. They come to see me on Sunday after church. So those are big moments in my life. Well, in the morning I have an aide that gets me up. And when she gets me up, I'm so glad that she comes, and I'm usually awake a long time. And when she comes, I can't hardly stand to wait to get me dressed and get me out to have my breakfast. And I love being alive. It's another day to live, and it's another day to help the population of the world, because we're people, and we're here to help other people, and that's the wonder of life. Trying to help out other people, and be as positive as you can be. You have to be negative, but don't let them see it if you can help it. Oh, I love being alive. It's a wonder of life.
When Myra was hospitalized due to chronic heart and lung conditions,
she turned to Council on Aging's Care Transitions program to help her get home and stay home.
It was about 2 or 3 months, and then, you know, my heart has been bothering me lately, and so therefore one thing goes to another. The heart, the lungs, the blood, everything that day wouldn't come to be good. It just had to call the ambulance, and yeah, things happen. But you know, life has to go on.
A Care Transitions hospital coach met with Myra to explain how the program could help her understand her discharge orders, learn to recognize signs that her condition may be worsening, and make a plan for follow-up care. All of this could help Myra avoid future hospitalizations.
Amy and Pat was my transition people, what you would call. But they're sweet, and they took care of everything. All the things that I needed at home, they were at home when I got there. All the questions that should have been answered, and the explanation was so important. What the doctor said it was going on. You know, when you get those sheets at transition time, the nurse goes over these papers and points, it just bullet points. I didn't know any of that stuff. I didn't understand it. Okay, and that's when my transition team came in, explained everything to me. I knew it was my heart, but what about my heart? She explained that. You know, they just explained everything to me so that I would be fully aware of what was going on with myself.
From 2012 to 2016, Council on Aging enrolled nearly 24,000 patients in the Care Transitions program. Compared to the national average of over 21%, about 15% of Council on Aging's Care Transitions patients were readmitted to the hospital within 30 days of their initial hospital discharge.
I had to breathe real hard for this one because it's about me and my brother, or my brother and I.
Being at home was important to Myra because she lived with her brother, Richard. After Richard had a series of brain bleeds, Myra became his caregiver. Because of her own health conditions and her recent hospitalization, Myra's Care Transitions health coach made a referral to the Hamilton County Elderly Services Program, ESP.
ESP means the world to me because without them, I couldn't be with this old knucklehead right here, my brother. We live here together, and without them, I couldn't do it. He'd have to be here by himself, and I'd be somewhere else. And that's just not how we wanted it, and that's not how our family does. Our family members, we take care of our family members. And so the ESP program, dynamite. It's just dynamite.
Through ESP, Myra and Richard received an emergency response system, home modifications that made it easier to shower without hands-on assistance, and help with housekeeping and personal care. These services give Myra the confidence and support she needs to continue serving as her brother's caregiver.
And when I met up with Cassie and her team, Pat, and there was another lady involved, they made it happen. They actually made it happen that I can be here with him and to take care of him, and they take care of me. So, you know, they're giving us another, I think about 1 or 2 lives, new ones, because we can be here together and see each other's life grow. Because we're still growing. I'm sorry, we're not giving up. We keep going. And that's what ESP means to me.
The Hamilton County Elderly Services Program served more than 5,700 older adults like Myra and Richard in 2016. The average income of an Elderly Services Program client is just under $20,000 per year. That's too little to pay for private in-home care and too much to qualify for Medicaid. The Elderly Services Program supports family caregivers like Myra, filling in gaps in care that might otherwise force older adults to move to a nursing home.
Too many people, let me do this. Too many people, I got it, I can do it, I don't need nobody, but you do. And you need the ESP program, I'm telling you, because they fill the spaces.
Elderly Services Program care managers work with clients to ensure they receive the right services in the right amount at the right time.
You know, they take care of you, they worry about you, they think about you, they do things for you that they don't have to do. You know, my Cassie is real on point. I mean, you know, I couldn't do anything without Cassie. I just couldn't, because of the way she's so sweet. She's like a family member, you know. I can't say no more. She's my heart, you know. They all are there. I mean, you know, you all right? They'll call you, you okay? You need anything? That's what family does. And so if you don't have the ESP program, you should get it. Call and get it, because it'll mean everything to you. Everything to you and your family, because sometimes family can't be there. ESP is there, you know, with their arms out, ready to come in and help you. I mean, you can't get it any better than that.
Whether you call it the age wave or the silver tsunami, there is a demographic shift of major proportions underway in our country. We are living much longer, for one thing. People age 85 and older are one of the fastest growing segments of our population. Add to that the boomer generation, more than 73 million strong, who are facing not only their own elder years, but the needs of their aging parents.
It's hard for most of us to imagine the extent of the impact of the aging of our population. It will affect every aspect of life in our society: work, family, health care, certainly long-term care. The unprecedented aging of our society is going to affect every aspect of life.
Most of us will remain healthy as we age, but it's also true that about 7 out of 10 people turning 65 today will at some point in their lives need long-term care. But where will you live as you age? Can you stay in your home? How will you pay for care if you need it? And who will provide the care?
People need to plan for their own long-term care, but as a society, we need to do a better job of planning for the long-term care needs of our aging population. Traditionally, we've relied on institutions, nursing homes very heavily, but we can't sustain that, and it's not what people want. People want to stay at home for as long as possible, and that's where the Aging Network comes in. The Aging Network, Area Agencies on Aging, can help people stay at home for as long as possible.
Council on Aging of Southwestern Ohio is the area agency on aging for a 5-county region that is home to some 300,000 senior adults, including Butler, Claremont, Clinton, Hamilton, and Warren counties. A nonprofit agency operating since 1971, Council on Aging plans and administers publicly funded programs for older adults.
The mission of the Council on Aging is to enhance the lives of adults by allowing them to remain independent at home through a range of quality services. And our primary goal is to allow older adults to have a choice in where and how they age.
In-home services like Meals on Wheels, homemaking, personal care, and many others are offered by Council on Aging through the Passport and Elderly Services programs. There's also an assisted living program to help disabled seniors remain semi-independent.
If I didn't have these services, I'd probably have to go into a nursing home, and I'd lose my independence, and independence is very important to me.
Working with the elderly has been a lifelong dream of mine, and Council on Aging allows me to fulfill that dream of working with the elderly and helping them to stay in their homes in an independent but safe manner.
They help me to stay independent by staying in my own home. I have a companion that comes twice a week. I get Meals on the Wheels every day, and I have a house cleaner that does light housekeeping. It comes twice a week.
My clients are so very grateful and happy that they are able to get services through the Council on Aging, because it allows them to stay in their home and be independent and yet also be safe. And if they didn't have these services, then they would very probably end up having to move to a nursing home, which is not what they want to do.
Without Council on Aging, I couldn't make it. In other words, I would say
I couldn't live in my own home. I would have to be in the nursing home someplace else. I don't know. Council on Aging helped me find.
Nationwide, area agencies on aging provide home services that help millions of seniors age with dignity and independence and avoid premature or unnecessary placements in nursing homes.
I lived in my home 40-some years, close to 40-some years. I raised my 2 sons here. They out and gone, nobody home but me. Mom and the baby's gone. So I'm dependent on Council on Aging. They helped me. Without them, I couldn't be here. I'd be in the nursing home someplace.
In southwestern Ohio, more than 22,000 people a year receive home care services through Council on Aging.
Without the scooter, I couldn't make it. Ms. Holbrook helped me to get it. And through Council on Aging, without the scooter, I wouldn't be able to stay in my own home. But thanks to the Lord, she helped me get it. I appreciate it. And I'm going to stay with Council on Aging until I go on to the good Lord.
Despite the importance of long-term care, few people plan for it adequately. Many also find themselves suddenly thrust unprepared into the role of caregiver. That challenge will grow tremendously as our population ages. Through a Council on Aging caregiver support program, retired teacher Sandy Henning found the help she needed as caregiver for her husband Michael, a former choral director who has Parkinson's and dementia.
As a caregiver, I found there were many resources to help my husband, many doctors, psychiatrists, and psychologists, but there were very few resources for me. Council on Aging has provided for me the support that I need to take care of myself and for my husband. And they seem to anticipate what I need even before I realize what I need.
As part of its mission, Council on Aging supports community-based services with federal funds from the Older Americans Act. Services like transportation, senior center activities, and recreation help older adults stay healthy, active, and connected.
The scope of Council on Aging is very broad. We serve as an access point for individuals who need assistance with long-term care, and we provide answers on aging from everything from housing to Medicare and pretty much whatever an older adult or their caregiver needs to know.
With other area agencies on aging, Council on Aging advocates on behalf of older adults by educating elected officials about the importance of home and community-based services, a need that will only grow as our population ages.
It's important for elected officials to know that older adults need to have a choice in where and how they age. Traditionally, nursing homes have been the only choice for older adults. However, older adults prefer to stay in the community where they have lived their lives, and we want to have elected officials make sure those options are available to them.
Council on Aging of Southwestern Ohio has long been a trusted resource, supporting the dignity and independence of seniors while helping their families, caregivers, and the community. For more information, contact Council on Aging of Southwestern Ohio or visit helpforseniors.org.